Have your attention, please. Would you please stand for the pledge? I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Becky Gonzalez.
Here.
Bolton.
Here.
Bernardo.
Here.
Hondo. Here. Shu.
Here.
Velasquez. Here. Reno.
Here. Item number 2, the reading of the minutes of the regular meeting, April 17, 2012, and special meeting, April 17, 2012, and April 24th, 2012.
I'd move for approval of the regular meeting, the minutes of the regular meeting of April 17th and both special meeting minutes.
Move to approve the minutes as requested by Mrs. Bolton.
I'll second it.
Second. Roll call.
Becky Gonzalez.
Yes.
Bolton.
Yes.
Bernardo.
Yes.
Hondo.
Yes.
Shu.
Yes.
Velasquez.
Yes.
Reno.
Yes. Number 3, petitions or communications, oral or written. I think we have several people who would like to address the council at this point. Ted Martinez. Ted?
Thank you. I just have a few comments. I'll make it short. Okay, my name is Ted Martinez, and my family dates back before Trinidad was incorporated. George Simpson's on my mother's side, Carpio Fresquez on my father's side, who came here from Mora, New Mexico as farmers, sheepherds, and miners. We have 2 members on council who obviously know little about Trinidad, and we know even less about them, except they are creating a division in our community that is a disgrace to this council, our town, and themselves. And I have one question, and I emphasize question. Did Mr. Del Rubio ever threaten to sue the city if he did not get his way on public review of his performance? Thank you.
Thank you. Carmen Sandoval? Just a reminder, it's a 3-minute presentation.
Mayor Reno, council members, good evening. Thank you for allowing me to say a few words here tonight. My name is Carmen Sandoval. I have been a resident of Trinidad for 46 years. I am not a Johnny-come-lately. When I relocated to Trinidad 46 years ago, I liked the town, I liked the people. People were friendly, we had good neighbors. I chose to stay and make Trinidad my home. Unfortunately, things have changed and this is not the case any longer. I am here tonight to ask you not to be fearful or intimidated by the agitators who are trying to take over our city. The majority of this community supports your actions. It is silly to think that Mr. DeRubio could stay on and be an effective city manager after what's happened. He burned his bridges with the help of his friends. He burned his bridges by being dishonest and arrogant. This is not the first community where he has instigated political upheaval for his own self-servicing reasons and walked away with a financial settlement. You can find this information on your computer. The many reasons for his termination that you have given and were published in the paper are more than enough reasons for you to terminate him. Thank you.
Just a reminder, please refrain from outbursts of applauding. It'd be all right, but outbursts of voice and comments is not appreciated. Terry Sears.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, council persons. My family goes back to the Mayflower. Change is difficult, just ask the East Coast Indians. I want to talk to the 4 council persons who seem bent on terminating the city manager, and I want you, during the time that you have to think about your vote tonight, to ask yourself a simple question. Are you willing to bet your family's finances on the insurance company's lawyer's report on their investigation about whether they're going to protect both the city and you individually from wrongful termination punitive damages? You had better be willing to bet that. I have here employer legal rights and management advice thing that shows that 70% of all cases that go to jury trial of wrongful termination go in favor of the employee. For the employer, this says if you go to court, there's a good chance you're going to lose. The three primary reasons for this is: one, the jury is compassionate to the employee; two, the managing staff, which is you folks, failed to properly document and give that employee writing the things that you wanted them to do, change, such as notification about small projects under $30,000, even though he has the authority to do it. And third, which I think applies to this group of four, is an employer will often lose a wrongful dismissal suit because they fire for illegal and dumb reasons. What I see are four. This is an at-will state, but if you commit federal law violations, the at-will thing goes out the window. The courts have been, in the last 7 years, have been more friendly to the employee in at-will states. I believe that 4 federal laws have been broken by the 4 who want to terminate the employee, that they involve a bad faith negotiation by not documenting the problems they had with the employee. They've created a hostile work environment for the employee. We have clear-cut evidence that two of the council members are engaging in retaliation. And I believe there's one thing that hasn't been brought up is I also feel that retaliation can be argued against the federal whistleblower law for Mr. Del Rubio's actions in accordance with the health and safety of the electric employee matters, when he spent money for the safety review and getting uniforms and safety materials for those employees whose lives had been risked before that was brought to his attention. And he did notify the council that he was having that report done, contrary to what the council persons listed in their report. Mr. Mayor, I think in your defense, when we do go to court, if you guys go ahead with your plans, I think it would show that you, at the last minute, showed a sense of fiduciary responsibility to the city if you postpone this vote until after Ms. Velasquez's legal matters are resolved. It is going to be very clear for any attorney to show retaliation.
3 minutes.
Thank you.
Larry Carnes. Good evening. It's kind of a coincidence, I guess. My wife is reading A Tale of Two Cities right now. And since I've lived here in Trinidad, I've seen the best of times, and perhaps maybe what we're experiencing right now is the worst of times. I would be called a Johnny-come-lately. I've lived and worked in 6 states for the government at the state and federal level, and I moved here 6 years ago, and I've been a resident ever since. So I have stayed someplace for a while. I come before you as a concerned citizen, not representing or speaking on behalf of any group or any organization. What I have to say is out of concern and not out of personal concerns, but concern for the best interest of the city. I come with respect for the offices that all of you hold as representatives of all the people of Trinidad. I've been impressed by the actions of Mr. Gil Rubio since he's been in his office, and I've been disturbed by the actions of certain members of the council to take action to remove him. I appeal to the council. I ask you, in good faith, to reconsider your actions and to reinstate Mr. Gil Rubio. Mr. Gil Rubio deserves a formal evaluation and an opportunity to reconcile differences that you might have with him.